Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm bringing you a video that is part of a collaboration by Rachel and Bella Crafts. And what it's basically all about is that throughout the month of July, we are going to get different YouTube artists every single day posting a video. So how it works is that every artist got one letter of the alphabet starting from A to Z, in which they will be able to use that letter to do a creation or make a creation. And we have been given a kit, a beautiful kit to use. Now you won't see all the pages over here simply because I've used quite a bit of it. I've used all the ephemera pages. So I just wanted to show you how lovely this kit is. Oops, sorry, not those two. I've actually put in links to this kit, and half of it is by RachandBella Crafts, and the other one is other half is by line.arrow. So the link to the kit will be in the description below, so you can always go and buy that from their Etsy store. Now, the whole idea about it was using the kit with the letter that was provided with you, but there's a little bit more because it's not a brand new kit that was released, and that's the whole idea about this entire collaboration. It was to not reinvent the wheel, because as YouTube artists, it's very difficult, or YouTube creators, it's very difficult to always come up with something unique. So Rach and Bella encouraged us as the creators to look for a video that inspired us, maybe in keeping with the letter as well, and then using that video as inspiration, and then also being able to change it up a little bit and add your own twist to it. So my letter is you. And I am going to be doing an upcycled book cover. Now, if you know me, you know I love to either upcycle or I love to recycle. So that's what I do most of the time. So here's a book that I have. Sorry, just let me get it. Yes. Here's a book cover that I have, and I'm going to upcycle this book cover, and what I'm going to do with it is I am going to use it to be able to create a ring-bound junk journal for myself. And I'm going to then use the pages in the kit and the ephemera in the kit to be able to create the rest of the pages in this entire kit. Now, this book over here was Odom's Dictionary of the English Language, illustrated, but the cover was really falling apart, and if I look somewhere around, it said 1962 or something like that. So I'm going to keep the spine. And I'm going to put it into the ring-bound journal as well. Now, this idea was inspired by a vintage ephemera garden where I saw them. I saw her doing this kind of upcycling with a book. And then the other part of the video, as I was watching the collaborators, the other part of the video is inspired by Dragana, or Dragana, I think it is. Dragana from Sasebo. So I've got two people that inspired me. One at the start of this creation, and then one to give me the idea of how to decorate it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from the beginning a little bit on how you can actually decorate this. And then we'll move forward. So I've cut from the kit. I've used pages from the kit, and I've cut them into 1 1/8 inch strips, and I'm going to do some weaving with this today. So it takes a bit of time, but I'm not going to do the entire process. I'm just going to do it very quickly with you, so that you know what I actually did. So I'm turning the book over, and it really works well, because you can, with this, you can actually put the backs, cover the backs up nicely. I'll show you what I mean. So, and also in a way you can use your strips in any way you want to, because you are going to weave them in. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start from the top, and I hope I'm in frame, and I'm just going to add some glue. Now I am using acrylic gel medium here, so I'm just going to add some glue to the top over here. And I have repaired the book on this side. You may not see it, but I have done it where I've repaired the book by gluing it together. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start where I just glue it or align it up. Align it up with the edge of the book. Something like that. Okay. And then as we go, we will neaten it, and it will look much better. You're going to see. But I just wanted to show you quickly, very quickly, how it's done, or how it started. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. The video is only supposed to be half an hour long, and I'm going to try and definitely keep to the half an hour. So let's just start moving. Okay, but the whole idea is that when you put these strips, they must not overlap. They mustn't overlap. Okay, can you see that they are not overlapping, and they must try and lie as straight as possible with each other, kind of like that. Now you don't have to be 100% accurate. And the reason why you don't have to be 100% accurate is simply because you are weaving, and there is some room for error. So that's the good part about it. But this part here, you should be accurate, simply because when you're weaving, you want it to sit without it overlapping each other. Okay, so something like that. Okay, and then the next one is going to be a book page. The dictionary page, not the same dictionary. This is a nice long dictionary. I'm going to add it there like that, and I'm working pretty fast, so you can work much slower and be more accurate. Okay, and then the last one will be here like that. Now the last one is going to overlap, but that is fine. We will be able to sort that out. Now look at what happened here. Okay, my one page, my one music paper, which is very thin, it kind of tore. So what I'm going to do is, on that music paper, I am just going to re-glue it, and I can do that, not a problem. So I'm just going to re-glue that there, so something like that. And if the pieces or the strips are not long enough, not a problem, not a problem. This is a very forgiving technique, in the sense that you will be able to add to cover it up and make your pieces longer and things like that. Right, so we've got that. Now we're going to start from this side. So we started lengthwise, now we're going to start breadth or wise. Okay, so now I'm going to do the very same thing. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to now add some glue over here like that, and I'm going to do the first row, and then I'm going to stop, because I see that time is getting away from me already. Right, so all you do is, now you look and say, right, so you can see that edge is getting covered. You take your glue and you say, okay, so I want this piece to be at the bottom. So I'm going to glue a little bit here. Make sure when you are putting your glue that you are only putting it on that square part that is going to be touching. So now I glued that part. Okay, like that. Right. And then now I want this part to come over, which means that I just gotta move it to the side, and then, oh, lucky me, most of mine got glued already on this music paper. Then glue it down, and then I bring just that square over it like that. And then now I want it to go underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the top one up. I am then going to ensure that I just glue that part of that, okay, and then that part of that piece there down, and then this part is going to go over it like that. So the main thing is that just ensure that your pieces are always sitting straight. Okay, there is some room where you can get away with it. Now this part, because it's sat at the bottom, now it must sit on the top. So you're going to glue now the bottom of this here, bring that down, take this up. Okay, so this is like weaving in school. Okay, and then this part goes back to the bottom. So glue it again. Now it's okay if your glue is not 100% holding, because once you are done with this, right, so it's going to look something like that. And here we can just add a little bit more glue. Okay, now once you are done with that, you take another strip and you do the very same thing. I'm not going to do this, but you do it now. So you line it up with your last strip, and then you weave in and out, weave in and out. So that one was, that showed first, so that means that was on the top, which means it must go to the bottom now with this strip. So for example, it's going to be like that. I'm not going to glue it, right? I'm just going to show it to you like that. And then this one's going to go over, and then under, right, and then over again. Can you see that? And then they all line up. Can you see that now, right? And then once you glue it, now don't think, oh, you know what, I can do that and then I can glue it and I can get away with it. You can't. You can't get away with it because it's so hard for you to go back in and try to go and glue that. But once all this is glued down, it's going to look something like this. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all this out now because I will finish this cover and I need to do the back of the book as well. So I'm just going to leave that in there so you can see what it looks like, but I'm just moving all this out there. Right, so once you are done with that, it's going to look something like this, minus the eyelets over there, because I put the eyelets there, right? And then once you are done, what I went ahead and did is that I took the same acrylic gel medium and I what's this word, added it, brushed it on, and I let it dry. And then to cover up the back, all I did was I took a piece of paper from the kit. Now this is from the kit. I added it on there. Now my paper is a bit short for the book, so that is why you see the fabric ruffle at the bottom. Okay, and then I added the eyelets to it. Now let me tell you how I'm going to decorate this page. Okay, so let's see. So now I'm going to add this over here like that. Then I'm going to add this over here, and then I might need to cut this a little bit shorter. The reason is that I need to bear in mind the eyelets, but it's going to look like that. And then I'm going to add this. Now this is where, sorry, this is going to go underneath it. That's going to be a pocket. Okay, that's going to be a pocket there. And then I'm going to add this here, this here to it, like that. Then this here. And I'm just going to show you the basics first, right? And then these are going to go into the pockets here. This is going to create a pocket. It's going to go in there. That tag is going to go in there. And we are done with just a few embellishments. Right, so now what I need to do is that these are sorted here in the sense that I don't need to sew them. But these here, I didn't sew them together simply because I wanted to show it to you. So I want to tell you that this here is going to go like that. And then I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to just glue it down straight. Then I am going to add this here to that. And that I am going to sew it to that. And then this piece, now, so when I sew this, I'm only going to sew it 3 sides because I'm going to have a pocket there, right? Then this piece over here is going to go there. And it's also going to be sewn on 3 sides to create, sorry, no, that's not going to be sewn on 3 sides. That's going to be down fully. This here is going to be sewn on 3 sides, so to create that pocket there. And then this is also going to be sewn on 3 sides to create a pocket for that. So I'm going to do that, and as I sew, I'm going to attach. So I'm going to sew these 2 together. Then I'm going to sew these 2 together here like that. Okay, and then I'm going to sew these 2 together with all of that. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, so I am back, and what I have done is that I have sewn this piece now. And if you look at this piece, I made it a little bit on the slanting to one side, because in between here I can have this a little bit, you know, of it showing, and then or it can, this part can, the topper can move a little bit to the left because it's in between those eyelets over there. Now I'm going to glue this together. Now remember that before I glue that, I want to glue this here firstly. So let's do that here like this. Yeah, so I'm going to add that. Yes, and please do go and look at the ladies and everybody else that is going to be sharing their videos, because they work very hard, and I know that they are going to be awesome. So on this here, I think I'm only going to glue it here. Okay, so this doesn't want to work. That's okay. I have come prepared for a new one, with a new one. There we go. So I'm only going to glue this part here because this is going to be a pocket. And for now, let's just use that. Not the wisest of decisions. So that's going to be a pocket, and now we can add this piece to it. Right, so this is going to be fabric glue, and we are going to add everything to it. Now, some of you may be wondering that the order in which I told you that I was going to sew didn't quite make sense. The reason why is if you want one sewing line, you'll start with the bottom coming up, but I wanted multiple sewing lines on mine, so it really didn't matter which way I started sewing. So I wanted that little messy look, in the sense of you know, everything didn't need to be neat. So there's my tag in that direction, there's this here. Oh, for a moment I thought I sewed it together. I was like, no, I didn't. I know I didn't. Oh, then we have a little bit of this. Yeah, so I think almost all the ephemera pieces that you were seeing is part of the kit. That, I mean, is a silhouette, my silhouette cutter there. And I think the only thing that's not part of the kit was the sunflower tag over here. But everything else that you see in terms of the digitals is part of the kit. And then obviously that is just an embossed piece of material there. So that's a beautiful, beautiful kit, and it was absolutely awesome to be able to use this kit. Now I am going to really grunge this up and see what comes of it. Just making sure that this one, that flower over there, isn't that flower just absolutely stunning? That flower doesn't now these are embossed. I embossed them, heat embossed them with clear embossing powder, like that, just like that. Let's make it a bit straighter. Not everything needs to be crooked. And then this here, I'm going to add over here. Yeah, so I must say, please do go and watch this collaboration. People have really, really, really outdone themselves with the beautiful uses of the kit, taking, you know, ideas that inspired us from other YouTube crafters, giving them the credit that they deserve. And so this was a freebie on RachandBella Crafts website, I mean not website, Facebook page. This one here was part of the kit, but I printed them, I think 4 to a page, so I reduced them just so that I could do that. So that there, and I embossed it as well. This too, I think I printed it 2 to a page because it's that's the size of it. And then I made it 2 to a page, 2 I think to a page, so I could do that. This envelope here is a freebie on RachandBella Crafts, their website. And since there's sunflowers in it, I thought I would use some sunflowers. And then the last thing I want to add is, just want to add that there, because when this tag gets taken out, maybe I don't even have to add it. Maybe it's going to be overkill. But you see, it does look big when there's no tag there. So maybe I'm just going to add it like that. Now that, or should I add it here? Now I think I'm going to add it there. I think I'm going to add it there, like that. And let's use some of this glue here. Yeah, so the ephemera pieces, ladies and gents, there's so much of ephemera pieces that you can use. It is ridiculous the amount of ephemera pieces that they are to cut out to use over here, and you can really go to town using this gorgeous kit. And I mean, I tried, as you can see, my page looks very busy because I tried to use as much of the, quite a few of the different elements so that I can show you what it looks like, and all the different elements working together as such. So that's what I tried to do over there. So sorry for my messy table, but yeah, I am crafting on a tight schedule over here, so please excuse me. Oops, everything is falling, and I hope that I'm going to get it into the 30-minute little time slot that I have available over here. So as I'm chatting, and I don't know why I put my little glue, oh, there's it here, it's not at the bottom. Yeah, so let's see, let's just go back and look at what we've done. I've taken an old book, I've upcycled it. So I took the book cover, I upcycled it by first taking music paper and dictionary paper and cutting them with 3 other pages of the kit. And then all I did was that I used a weaving technique to make the cover. Then I use some, and then I put some of the gel acrylic medium to hold everything in place. And then what I did was that I didn't cut this down. I finished off by decorating it by using the elements in the kit. So not very straight. So there we go. So I made a fabric ruffle here. I've used my eyelets over here. I've then used some material, which you can see over here in the background. This is part of the kit. This page, I added some of the little what's this wordy frame there, also from the kit. A little flower there. This is from the kit. Just embossed these here and reduced them in size to add them to the junk journal, the page or the cover, and that's it. And this idea was inspired by Dragana, I think Dragana, right? I think that's it. Forgive me if I don't say it right. Dragana. Okay, it's Dragana from Sasebo, and she is one of the collaborators on this collaboration, or she's one of the YouTube artists on this collaboration. And then it was upcycling of the book cover that was inspired by Wendy's Vintage Garden Ephemera. And then the kit, I will put a link down below to it. I will put a link down to all the YouTube collaborators down below. Go and watch their videos. They are amazing. Give them some love. And there's also a competition running, so if you like their videos, you subscribe to their channel, and you post a comment on each and every collaborator's videos, there's beautiful prizes to be won. One of the prizes is going to be from me, Sunny Creates, and it is going to be a choice of my one digital kit in my Etsy store. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you RachandBella Crafts for giving me the opportunity to do this. I really enjoyed this, and you will see the flip through of the finished junk journal very soon. Take care everybody, lots of love, bye bye.